Isabel, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us today. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm glad that we're here to talk about your project, your charity,
Yeah. Share the boo.
Share the Boo. But before we do that, let's get to know you a little bit. So, what is your background? Where is your family from?
My mom's family is from Spain, and my dad's family is from like England and Ireland, so very European.
And for how long have you guys been in the Key?
We've been in the Keys since I was 1 or 2, so about 13, 14 years.
Nice, nice. And where do you know? Where are you going to school?
I go to school at Mast.
Mass. That's a great school. I hear
Yeah,
it's very challenging.
yeah, it's pretty challenging, but I work through it.
There's like challenging thoughts. I hear that the maritime is more challenging than the Cambridge, but some people say that the Cambridge is more challenging than the maritime. So I don't, what is your opinion?
I'm in the Cambridge program, the STEM part of the Cambridge program. So I don't really know. My friends that are maritime say that's hard, but I don't know how to compare it. I've never had any like the maritime classes. So
That's cool. Do you like it?
yeah, I like it a lot. I like a lot of the teachers there.
Cool, cool. I'm working with Mass now to see if we can get access for for the back gate. So I work for the city of Miami, so we're trying to see if we can get access to do some enforcing back there from our for our police department. But I won't bore you with that. So we're here to talk about Share the Boo, which is your charity, right? That started here,
hmm It started in 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Um, It basically started from when I saw an Instagram post of these two guys that did it somewhere else, but since it was so long ago, I haven't been able to find it. But it really inspired me to do something like that in Key Biscayne, and we do it with Liberty City.
The Halloween times, because Share the Boo is about collecting Halloween costumes, right?
Yeah,
And then
it's about like collecting them, and people like donate or they can choose to buy new ones, and we'll take them, we'll like fix them, sew them, or wash them up, and then we put them all together, and then around Halloween time. We'll go over to Liberty City and Lotus House and we'll like give them out to all of the kids there.
I have helped Lotus House in the past from my years with the city, so I know it's good people there. One of my favorite parts of Halloween in Key Biscayne is the walking, the houses, and I always make sure I makes the time to go with my little cousins. What is your favorite part?
I really like seeing all of the houses because they always like a lot of them always go all out for it and like all like their inflated things there outside and like all the decorations. I just think it's really cool.
Yeah, I like to start by the park. We meet up at the park and then we walk from there into like the homes.
hmm Yeah, that's what a lot of people do.
So so the inspiration you said was from these people that you saw, right?
Yeah.
And then you decided to do something similar.
Yeah, I decided to do something similar, and then so I didn't really know where to start, but I know Chief Prez has his own foundation, so I was like, oh, I'll go ask him for help and see if he can help me, and so he we went and my mom and I went and talked to him, and he said, yeah, I'll help you through this because he has connections at the Takosi centers where we like drop off all of our Halloween costumes at the end of each year, and he's been a really big help, as well as Andrew at the Cubis Game Foundation and
Hmm.
the MCI.
What is for those that don't know? What is a Takosi Center?
Um, it's like a community center in Liberty City, and it's just kind of like where people come together there. Um, and so we thought it'd be like the easiest place to distribute the costumes there, since it's like a welcoming environment.
And for those that don't know, also I know we mentioned the Lotus House. Lotus House is like a shelter for single moms and children, right?
Yeah, it is.
And when you go to the community centers, like the Takosi Center and Lotus House, do you just drop them off, or how does that coordination?
Um, so the first year we did it, we just dropped it off because it was getting a little complicated. So we just dropped it off there and like they distributed it there. But then 2020 Halloween, because of Corona, we couldn't distribute the costumes. So instead, we made little individual bags of like candy, and so the community donated, and it was amazing. But so for Lotus House, we went and we dropped it off, and they had like their own little party kind of going on there. So we stayed for a while, and then but then we had to go to Tacosi Center. We had to go to Tacosi Center, and they had a book event there. So we stayed for that event as well. And we dropped off 400 bags of candy to the Tacosi Center and 200 bags at Lotus House.
And when people donate, how does so because 400, I mean, you're looking at that's a lot of candy right there.
Yeah.
So do you have like, is it you and your mom making the little baggies or your friends?
So we didn't really want many people like coming in contact with the candy, so it was mainly
That's
just
true.
my dad, my mom, and I. So they would drop off the candy at we had little collection points, so we had it at the community center on in Key Biscayne, the Islander News, and at the Q Skim Foundation. I'm pretty sure that was it. And police station and Key Colony. So there's a bunch of places people could drop off. So like we would go and pick them up, and it was like the big variety bags of candy. So they would come back here to my house, and we would like mix it all up and then put them in each bag. As well as Chase Bank, they donated a lot of lollipops. I think it was like 1,000 that they donated,
That's
and so
awesome.
like we would also put them in the bags as well.
And so, and this was last year.
Yeah, for Halloween of 2020.
And it didn't include costumes this time around.
Yeah, but we're still collecting costumes. Just we didn't like it wasn't the best idea because of Corona. So, but we're still collecting costumes. Like just like yesterday, someone came and dropped off 2 big bags of costumes.
So if we have someone listening and they want to donate a costume, how can someone go about in donating a costume?
Um, so they would just go to our Instagram and just DM us, and we're always looking through it, and then we would give them like our address, and they can come drop it off, or we can come pick it up from their house. And also at the Saturday market at the community church,
Oh,
we have yeah, we have a zero waste culture. They're collecting for us as well. So every Saturday they're going to be there with like a box that you can drop off your costumes there.
where is the box located?
They just have like a booth
Oh,
there. So yeah.
cool. Cool. Okay, so now we know what we can do to donate costumes. So, and in the first time you did it,
Mm-hmm.
how many costumes did you collect?
We had over 400 costumes. It was
Wow.
crazy the amount that people donated, and the people of Keybiscayne, they donated such beautiful costumes. It was just amazing.
And how was the experience when you had the idea to actually getting the word out there and then receiving all that community feedback? 400 costumes on your first call for costumes. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy when people just kept like coming and like telling us like, "Oh, we have costumes. Oh, we're cleaning out our house. We have more costumes." It was just amazing. I definitely did not think we were gonna get that many costumes donated. I thought it was gonna be like I don't know, like 100 at least, you know. But 400, over 400 was just crazy to me. And the Islander also they would like write things out that people would see it, and I'm not in any of like the the adult chats, but my mom is, so she would like write out to the chats, and people would be like, oh, I have more costumes, and then people at school would also find out, so it was just amazing the feedback that we got.
That's awesome. I have to congratulate you on the initiative, and of course that the first reach out was great. I mean, 400. It must have been a lot of bags.
Yeah, it's crazy, and like we packed them all into boxes, so the Q Scheme Foundation, they have like a storage room that we just put all our boxes there, and I'd say we have like 10 boxes, 10, 15 boxes there already, which is already crazy.
And what will be the plan for the ones you already have in your
This
boxes?
year, we're hoping for Halloween this year that we can distribute the costumes. Like Corona might like go down a bit, and like we'll be able to like give them out. But we're thinking keeping it like at Lotus House and at Tacosi, but maybe expanding to other like houses as well. Things like
Other
that.
shelters
Yeah, other shelters.
and community centers. I'm
Mhm.
sure. I mean, there's a handful. And not also that there are also organizations There's many
Yeah,
organizations out there. Like out of the top of my head, I'm thinking the Kiwanis, the Lions Club. I'm
mhm.
sure all those are good connections to help
Yeah,
distribute,
definitely.
collect, and distribute.
Yeah. Um, but since we're doing so many like the shelters, we need a lot more toddler costumes because we get a lot of adult costumes. But like the more children sizes and like toddlers, we don't have as many.
Do you find it that there is a demand, like people want toddler costumes?
Yeah, because I feel like there's like a lot more younger kids there than the older ones.
Ah,
So,
okay, 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 okay. That makes sense.
mhm.
Yeah, especially in Lotus House because it's women and their kids. And the
Yeah,
kids are only, if I'm not mistaken, you could only have kids from a certain age range.
that
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
So what is the future for this project for Share the Boo? How do you envision what would be, let's say there's no limitations.
Hmm.
What is that dream idea?
Um, it's so I want to get like a truck kind of, and like you can like go around to like each shelter and like it's like, oh, can we get this kind like this gender and this like age costume, and then like you just like go into the truck and like hand it out and everything. Like you can go to so we can like hit like multiple places at once, which I think would be really cool.
So are we talking like one of those
Almost like
like
an
like
ice cream truck.
like a okay, like a food truck ice cream
Yeah, almost like that.
style. Okay, okay, okay. And then you have all the costumes of all the ages. I guess yeah, I can see that. It fits a lot of boxes. You could
Yeah.
make it, yeah, you can hang a bunch of costumes
Yeah,
and
like put
stuff.
like little like clothing racks in it, like a mobile Halloween truck, you know?
A Share the Boo mobile truck.
Yeah, I think that would just be the coolest thing ever.
That's cool. That's cool. So I'm sure that this great initiative, collecting so many things and distributing them, you must have friends or family that are helping you. Your volunteers. How does your volunteers look like?
So definitely Andrew Britton from the Keybiscayne Foundation. He has been with me through all of it. He's helping me like store the costumes, giving me connections and everything like that. He's just always there and helping me throughout it. Um, Definitely the community. There, I wouldn't have any of the costumes without them. I wouldn't have any of the candy that we collected without them. And they're all very supportive and like reposting a lot of the stuff that I do. Um, as well as Alison McCormick. She's written me emails and written me letters about helping me throughout all of it. Definitely some of like the businesses here, like Chase, they've donated a lot of stuff, like the lollipops, and always asking if I need anything. And the Islander as well. They've posted a lot of articles about me and helping me get the word out. Um,
Your parents?
my parents definitely, my mom especially. She's helping me with everything. She helps me like collect the costumes. She helps me wash them and like sew them. She's an amazing sewer, so she helps me sew them all up. Um, my school mass, they've helped me collect costumes and help me with all of it. Um, and just everyone at the Takosi Center, they've helped me with distributing it all. Um, and yeah, that's it really.
So you mentioned your mom sewed them. So you get these costumes, you review them, make sure that they're good, and if
Mhm.
you need to fix them up, you touch them up a little bit.
Yeah. So like if they have like a stain or something, then we'll wash them. If they have like a rip, my mom will sew them up because I'm not a I'm a terrible sewer, but my mom's amazing at it, so she'll help me with that. And yeah, because we want to make sure like they're like good costumes, or we're not just donating like, you know, garbage to them. Because we want to make sure it's like it's nice and clean and everything. So yeah.
I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. So we were talking a little bit pre podcast. You mentioned you had another project you wanted to work on or start.
Yeah. So I just had spinal fusion surgery on February 4th. And so my doctor, he would give me like, oh, yeah.
For those that don't know what that is, what is that?
So I had scoliosis, and so it's my back, my spine was curved. And so they would take metal rods and they would shave down some bone. and then turn it into a paste and put it onto the rods, and then put it into like next to my spine to straighten it out, and then bolt them together to keep it in place. And so I have a straight spine now.
Does it help you keep your spine, your back straight?
Yeah, it helps me keep my back straight a lot, and I'm gonna start physical therapy to help me regain like the strength in my muscles because I had to like move around it and everything. So yeah.
I think I'm going to need that because I'm always curving my back, especially here in the computer. Of
Yeah.
course, yours was more intense, but um, so this inspired you. This inspired this new project.
Yeah, so I want to make like a pamphlet for those that are going to get the surgery because before my surgery, my mom would talk to other people that like their kids or them already had the surgery and like, oh, what should I get? What should I get to like make my recovery a lot easier? So like my doctor, he would give me all the medical things that I would need to know, but like after my surgery, I couldn't wet my back because I had a specific bandage on it that I could not get wet, so I couldn't, it was super hard for me to shower. So there's like different ways that people had told me to that I could shower, like to get a sunbed and like lay down on it and my mom would help me wash my hair. The doctor never really told me how to do that, or like a bed rail, like that you put on the side of your bed that helps me like get up and like lay back down on it, because I had like no strength in my back to get myself out of bed, which was really helpful. And like specific pajamas because I couldn't lift my arms up. So like pajamas with like buttons going up it to like help me get changed and everything. So I want to make like a pamphlet with all of the things that someone would need to know before and after they go into the surgery, to get what they need to help it be like more smooth in recovery.
That's awesome. That's very thoughtful. I mean, I can definitely understand. I had a small hernia in my stomach, and the doctor just said, don't eat too much. But there were so many things I could have done too. I could
Yeah,
have reduced my portions. I could have eaten healthier, lighter. I found those things out by myself.
yeah.
So I think that that project. Do you have a name for this project?
Not yet because I haven't really started doing it. I've just started like my list on what I want to include in the pamphlet, as well as like my personal story. Because before I just put my head in the sand because I did not want to like talk about it with anyone. So maybe if I had read someone else's story, I think I would have been fine because I did not want to talk to like other people that have gone through this. I don't really know why. It's just something I did not want to do at all. But like hopefully if people read about my story and see like, oh, this is gonna go smoothly, it's fine and everything, like to make it go a lot smoother.
I like that. I think that a lot of people can definitely benefit from learning from an experience like yours, you know. And especially with all these tips of like with this pamphlet, you're going to be able to feel much better, recover faster and be more secure.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. I think that's a great project. Just coming out with projects, huh?
Yeah.
That's always good. That's always good to have ideas.
Mhm.
Sounds like an entrepreneur, always coming up with ideas.
Yeah, thank you.
What would you like to study? Because you're in math, right? So you are in what grade?
I'm in ninth grade, so I just started high school.
Ah, okay. So you got plenty of time to make up your mind. Unless you already have something. I want to be a brain surgeon
Oh,
for
I don't
lions.
like blood at all.
Huh? You're like
I
what?
don't like blood. But no, I like computer science a lot. So
Oh,
I've been taking like those courses in school and outside of school. Like before Corona, I was like an assistant to my old coding teacher that I took classes outside of school. I would be like her assistant, helping like the kids there. But Corona hit, so the community center closed down. Um, but I take classes as well inside school, and I've always just had like the passion for it, I guess.
that's awesome. What would you like to do in computer science?
Um, that I don't really know yet. Maybe work at like Facebook or like Instagram and like as one of like the coders for it. I don't know. I think that would be cool.
Oh, that will be super cool. That's super
Yeah,
cool. I mean, everybody's talking about TikTok now, and then the whole transition to the who owns it, China or America. There's a TikTok
yeah.
office here in Miami, I think as well.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
I think But I know there's a Facebook office, but they don't advertise those. It's not like their office, but they have like a handful of people here. So one of my mom's friends works for them.
Oh.
But so I know we're running out of time, and I always like to ask our guests for Key Biscayne stories, what is their favorite part of the key?
My favorite part of the key is definitely that all my friends are so close by. Like I can just walk to any of their houses. When I know friends that live off the key that I'll have to like make a set plan with them before I go hang out with them because like I'll have to have my mom drive me to them. But I like just the closeness and like the tightness of our community that we can all just, hang out with everyone. And we're always looking out for each other.
That's awesome. I like to hear these portions of the story because everybody has a very similar thought. It's about the community and the family that the key offers. It's
Yeah.
great. So thank you so much for joining us, Isabel. It's been great to hear your project about the costumes, the share the boo, and your new project. We wish you a lot of luck. I hope that from now on you guys can count Keybiscayne stories to help spread the word of
Yeah.
a future share the boo. Um, and of course your new project. Anything we can do. Well, I mean me, myself, and I can do to help spread the word.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.